Hello, this is Simply Extraventuring, and today I'm coming to you from the Berks Heritage Center, and we're going to quickly tour the Hiester Canal Center. This is also a canal museum, so we'll see what kind of history here. I know the Union Canal is nearby here, so we'll check that out and see before they close because we got here a little later than expected, and we might not have a lot of time to just look around. We're just gonna look around. Maybe we'll come back here and do a more in-depth in the future. So like I said, we're late in the day. It's only open till 4. So we're gonna look around really quick. Oh wow, it's neat. Oh wow. Let's see how quick I can get in and out of here before they close without missing a whole lot of stuff. So there you go. There's the, I guess the Union and Canal, the path of the Union and Canal. No, it's the towpath is the blue one. No, one of them too. Oh, the Schuylkill Navigation. Slackwater Canal, Union Canal, towpath. And they show you all the stops. Which one's a Union and which one a Schuylkill. Sorry for the lighting. And there's information about Mr. Hiester. Hiester. Which way would we go? Start this way? Okay. Oh, wow. Here's a mock-up, as you can see. Here's a mock-up of the Dolphin. I don't know if I can get the shot of it. So this is the pilot house. What's known as the pilot house right here as well of if you were looking inside the canal boat here. They have other stuff and everything is dated as well. So they have like a little Pennsylvania Canals maps. And they have a film playing showing the restoration process of the Epler house, the one-room schoolhouse. It was a private home for a while, it looks like. Wow, that's neat. See, they show a little bit up there. I'm going to show a little bit. Just there's the president and treasurer of the Friends of Epler Schoolhouse. So I'm going to continue on. Wow. And then there's a big map with all the Northeast Canal systems. The Erie being the most famous of all of them in this area, in the Northeast area here as well. But we had several. They have the list of all the local canals here. And then if you press, it gives you a presentation as well, but I don't know if I'll have a lot of time for that today. And right here, it has shows you the boat sizes. The smallest one was 8'3" wide for the Union Canal, and then each canal had its own size, as you can see. The Pennsylvania Canal was 13-foot wide, Delaware, and the Schuylkill had the largest of all. They had 17-foot wide. Wow. Because the canal was 60 inches wide. That's in 1856, by the way. And then they show you right there how the locks would have gone up and over. There's the Lebanon tunnel, the Union Canal up in Lebanon. Shows where's that? Susquehanna River, from the Schuylkill River and the Reading all the way to the Susquehanna River in Middletown. That was the Union Canal. And then right here, from Fairmount Dam over there to Pottsville, the water tower. It's the Schuylkill Canal. And right here shows you representations of the canal boats. And there's a piece of the the boat basins. Give you information about the boat basins. That's where pretty much they stored these things until they've made their trips. And some of the equipment that would have been aboard. Here's some of the equipment that would have been aboard the boats. To keep the upkeep. Oh, cool. I didn't even see that. Right here, there's also a layout of the, if like a cross section looking on top down view of the boats themselves. And there's right here, there's a rudder. My goodness, this place is a treasure trove. I've also been to the National Canal Museum as well, up in Easton. So you might want to check that video out as well. And the equipment they use for the boat building techniques. And then there's a representation of a boatyard. And when I went over there to the National Canal Museum, I also did a canal boat ride, and it was actually pulled. It's the only place that I believe that has mules pulling the boat along the Delaware, I believe. So yeah, this is part of the Berks County Heritage Center here. And as you can see, there's more representations of the Pennsylvania Canal boats as well. Oh, so it's not a recreation of the old Hiester Boatyard workshop, but a setting designed to convey the feeling of a typical shop and setting for some of the many tools and related items that were once used in the Hiester Boatyard. In this setting, the workmen are repairing the hatchway from a cargo boat. Okay, there's the hatchway right there, looks like. Oh, wow. And then here's another representation of the canal boats. Wow. So if for some reason the canal boat would sink, they would have to use these bilge pumps right there. Kind of similar to when you go kayaking, they ask you to carry a bilge pump, so if you do get water in your boat, you can pump it out. Wow. And then right here, another scenery. I'm not sure if this is the construction of the locks or something, it looks like. Let me see. Anchor bolts. So I'm wondering if these are the anchor bolts they would use to lash the two, like the stonework that could go along the canal lock as well. Cribbing. Oh, this is a representation of the way station. Okay. Okay. Wow. It's very cool. This is a very cool little museum. Now it's free today, but they have a suggested $2 donation. So right here it gives you a lot of information about the types of locks. I didn't even know there were so many types of locks, so I'm learning more about the lock, how the lock system works as well. They have double locks, guard locks, and they're showing the different types of locks here. Right? And then right here is a representation of how the lock system works right here. So obviously it would enter the lock, they'd close the gate. So it was that if it's heading upstream, that's how they do it. Then they'd fill the lock chamber until the boat rose up to the level where they wanted to. With any excess pouring over the top of the gate, then the upstream gate would be open and it would continue history. So right here they have, I'm going to press the button and then you'll see that. Hopefully that works. Oh, I didn't realize you got to press and hold until the lights come on. Okay, there. Now you get to see how it worked. That's neat. That's the boat going through in yellow. See, now it's filling up. Going to the level. Now they'll open the upper gate, showing you up there on that part, and then as it goes through. And then the same thing if it was going downstream. Then it lower the level. And heading it's on its way. Okay. So I heard somewhere that a lot of the times you can move up to 2 boats at a time to these locks, but usually they were only wide enough for one, but they would sometimes travel 2 at a time, is my understanding. There's a wicket. And then here's the Schuylkill Canal lock shanty. So for this, I took a shot from the rear, but this is the front. And I'm gonna take another shot from what it looks like on the inside. as well. Oh wow. And then here's a log. And here's more about the tunnels and aqueducts. I've actually done a video of the Union Canal Tunnel. I did the canal tunnel tour. Oh, cool. And like I said, I visited this very aqueduct when I did the Beadler House tour not too long ago, and I was there but for some reason I forgot to press the play button. I've also been there to the Allegheny Portage Railroad, but I have to go back and refilm because I lost that footage twice. So I'm gonna have to go. Hopefully, the third time's the charm, and I'll go back. And then here's the what they call it, the packet boats. That is how they transported them on the rail over and then onto the canal. So I'm gonna eventually go back and oh wow, there's a aqueduct in Burporo nearby, the Hay Creek. I'm gonna have to check that one out more. Then gives you a little bit more about life above aboard when everybody worked, even the children. The children were usually busy pulling the mules on the side. Or sometimes to get through the canals, and my understanding is they would walk alongside of the tunnel and stuff like that, and that's how they would push the canal boats through as well. When they were going through tunnels, they would walk along the side of the tunnel itself, the tunnel wall, which was incredible. So it's over up above here. They have a timeline as well. So in 17, no, actually, when is the earliest date? 17. Well, they have all different dates across the top as well. But 1791, no, 81, no, 1760. Okay, would have been the earliest date when Ben Franklin wanted to help get this started and created. Let me get that that. And this is looks like a cross section of what it would have looked like inside one of these canal boats. Which is neat because I haven't seen, well, I think I've seen it over there at the National Canal Museum as well. They did something similar to this, but this gives you an representation of how tight quarters might have been too for them. And of course, if you didn't know, I passed by a display there that what eventually did away with the canal system is obviously the railroad. Showing right here, up above here a little bit real quick. They wanted to get stuff to market quicker and cheaper, so eventually the railroad won out. So again, here, this is part of the Berks County Heritage Center.
Misplaced her.
Thank you.
Yeah. Sweet.
It certainly was a different life.
Yeah, it was. People made their whole lifestyles out of it when they were on the
So
canal.
this is named for Howard Hiester.
Eat, sleep, work. Canals.
It was his effort that helped preserve the history of the Schuylkill Canal. Thank you, Mr. Hiester, for taking an interest in preserving the history, canal history here. Hello, this is Simply Extra Venturing, and today I'm coming to you from the Berks Heritage Center, and we're going to quickly tour the Hiester Canal Center. This is also a canal museum, so we'll see what kind of history here. I know the Union Canal is nearby here, so we'll check that out and see before they close, because we got here a little later than expected, and we might not have a lot of time to just look around. We're just gonna look around. Maybe we'll come back here and do a more in-depth in the future.